Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 124. What a journey it has been. Thank you so much for being part of this family and helping us improve in communication and to become a public speaker. It does not matter whether you are a professional public speaker or normal, like of course every day we deal with people, and that is called public dealing, and you can call as public speaking as well. But end of the day, if we can make sense while speaking, then trust me, it impacts a lot in people's lives as well as our lives. I will not speak more about it, but we will start the session. So before we call upon our host, our topics master, Toastmaster Omar Farooq on this stage, I would request Toastmaster Savita to come up and please explain the timing mechanism as a timer, please. Over to you, Toastmaster Savita, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, everyone. And thank you so much, Amjadji, for giving me this role. So, as everyone knows about the timing and all about table topics, still to just revise it, I would show after 1 minute, you'll be seeing green card on my screen. And 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll be displaying this yellow card. And after 2 minutes, you'll be seeing red card on my screen. So request everybody to wind up within 2 minutes so that everyone gets a chance. That's all. Thank you. And back to you, Aditya Mamjad.
Thank you so much, Savita, ma'am. Really appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to appreciate special two people who are always participating as timer as well as a topics master in the meeting, because it's not an easy task. It's something very what you call time consuming and attention grabbing, because they pay undivided attention, then only success happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Umar as the topics master of today's meeting. The session number is 124. And let me just tell you, the word of the day is internalize. Internalize. Over to you, Toastmaster Umar.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Amjad, and welcome you all to the 124th session of Table Topics. Today will be a philosophy class, and everybody will become a philosopher today. And they will be answering some philosophical questions. Maybe some will be very easy, some will be hard, some may look easy, not that easy, but after attempting, some may look hard, but they are easy. So it's a mixed bunch. So let's start. Dhruv, first one. He was the
Yes.
first one to join. So Dhruv, are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Okay, so your video is opened. I cannot see you.
Are you able to not see me?
Yes, now I can see you. So Dhruv, your topic is why do we do things we don't like to do? I'll repeat. Why do we do things we don't like to do? Dhruv.
Okay. May I start? Okay. So, a very good evening to everyone over here. Why do we do things that we don't like to do? This is a very general topic, and there are many instances. And my speech is going to go through each instance that I know. The first, a leader. Now, leaders are ones who have to take tough decisions. Sometimes they have to make decisions that not everybody appreciates and not everybody likes. Sometimes they have to make decisions that they morally themselves don't feel is right, but they have to do it for the good of their people or the good of whatever they're representing. So that is a case of when people are forced to do things that what they don't like, but they have to do it. Another case is what's more common today in young children and adolescents, known as peer pressure. Sometimes people force you to do things, and then you say, okay, so they're cool, and then you imitate their behavior. So nowadays, many children start smoking or alcohol, thinking that it's cool from others. So this can lead to huge issues when they grow old in terms of health, education, and a general outlook by society. And another example where we do things that we don't want to do is parents. Now, my parents, and I think all of our parents, are for us. They are there to help us throughout the long journey and cruel life. But they sometimes also have a stop. They tell us, don't do this, don't do that. Sometimes they might give us a hit to learn the lessons. And though we cry and we say, oh, why do they keep hitting us? Or why do they keep shouting at us? It even hurts them because they feel hurt from the fact that they are shouting at their own son, but they're doing it because they have to teach him the lesson so that he does not repeat it when he grows old. Thank you.
Wonderful, bro. Great insights. So was an open question. You can take in any direction. Great. Well done. Now we have Sushant, another Gavilier.
Am I audible?
Yes. Sushant, your topic is, do numbers in a bank account make people happy? Do numbers in a bank account make people happy? Sushant.
Thanks, Table Topic Master. Do the numbers in the bank account make people happy? But I need to say no. As everyone says, happiness does not come from getting or having, but it comes from giving someone who really needed it. That's where our life and that's where our happiness is. I've also learned, also, I want to be someone who always tries the most possible way to give something who is needy indeed. Being happy doesn't mean on what is having or getting a good grade, but to have a good heart that no one else have. My father always used to say, be the person to help. Also, you are having things that the others don't. So be happy with what you have. That's where you are. Even though a person who is having a bus ticket that he or she doesn't need to walk for school every day is the most happiest. But when you go and meet a rich family where that particular child has a Honda car to travel with, you can see him or her ugly. You can see them angry that they have a Honda. But when we look closely, the girl or the boy with the bus ticket is more happier than the girl or the boy with a Honda car. So, what I'm really trying to say is that happiness doesn't rely on what we have or what we get, but it relies on what we give to others. Table topic master.
Wonderful take, Sushant. You are the philosopher, huh? Young philosopher. Great. So now we have Savita ma'am. Savita ma'am, you want to take now or maybe later at the end?
I can take now.
Now. Okay. So who will take the timer's role for this duration? Anybody volunteering
Yeah,
for
I would
Savita
like
ma'am?
to, if no one takes, I
Okay.
would like to.
Thank you.
Okay. So Savita ma'am, your topic is, does evil come from within? And if so, why? Does evil come from within? And if so, why?
Okay, thank you so much, Table Topic Master. Evil is what? It's nothing but all negative thoughts. In my opinion, whatever thoughts are negative, it comes in the form of evil. It doesn't exist otherwise, in my opinion. Our thoughts are the main thing in our life, which make the life journey, or which take our life journey in a positive direction or in a negative direction. And if we are able to balance and keep our thoughts positive in whatever situation we are, there is always a positive side of everything. If we realize that and if we understand that, then evil doesn't exist. Even if something bad happens, our our mindset should be in that direction. Yes, there is something positive in that which is going to happen. That much trust and faith we should have in ourselves. And if you believe in that Almighty, it matters. If the trust and faith is there in Almighty, evil doesn't exist at all, in my opinion. And if something is going wrong, there is something definitely better for a person with that faith if you can keep it. And this internalization of this faith and trust makes a person strong and gives all positive vibrations. And that person with these positive vibrations the vibrations, it spreads to the surrounding people also, which helps them also. So all of you must try to keep those positive thoughts. You will just run away from it. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Yes, wonderful Toastmaster Savita. And in one way, you have proven that evil comes from within. It is our own thoughts, our own mind. So well done. And now we have Naveed. Naveed, Naveed, I have a very simple question for you, not difficult. So listen carefully. Does a perfect life exist? Does a perfect life exist? Naveed.
Am I audible to all?
You are low on volume, actually.
Am I audible now?
Less, very less.
What about now?
Yes, now it's okay.
Okay. Does a perfect life exist? Uh, there's my roommate. I should tell his story to you. I actually live in hostel here in Hyderabad, Pakistan. Uh, many times it happens that I scolded him that why you are telling me do this and do this and do this, close the door, open the door. And it happens when in office as well, that your boss is saying come on time and have a late sitting and do work. So I felt that he is also making me adjust to make perfect, to be perfect in the life. But it actually make you vulnerable to your emotions, negative to become negative. Whenever things happen which is not matching with your standard, your emotions come and you become very angry. Even in at home, when you see your brother, sister, or anyone is doing or not matching with your thoughts, so you become angry. So what I feel that in order to have a good approach in life, you must have leniency for yourself as well as for others, because life is not perfect. In life, there are many ups and downs, there are many difficult events you have faced as well, and I have faced as well. So these things taught us that don't be perfect. Perfect is only the personality of God, and we are not perfect. So thank you very much, Tia Mumar, for giving me topic.
Interesting take, Naveed. Well done. Good effort. Now we have with us Monu.
Hello.
Monu.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, your topic is how does one find purpose in life? How does one find purpose in life? Monu.
Thank you. Good evening, all my dear Toastmaster. How does one find purpose in our life? Everyone's life has their own purpose. Just the thing is how we are finding it, how we are identifying it. If a little child find their purpose in their life, every time we ask our children, what would you like to become in future? And what we say, whatever you want to become, just do that direction. So the thing is, first we have to find the thing what we really looking for and what we want in our life. We see that sometimes we go in the wrong direction and we don't able to attend, we not able to attend that goal. The thing is, we are going in the wrong direction. But if we have a correct purpose in our life, we can do better. This is the reason we all here in a good place. So first of all, we have to find the purpose in our life, what we really wanted to become. And this way, we could become a good leader. Even we could achieve the things. But it doesn't mean we have found the purpose and we have achieved those things. To achieve the purpose, we have to do something. We have to step out. We have to do hard work. We have to work with determination, consistency, and with full work hard. So dear friend, whenever we are finding our purpose, we are just finding that we have to become a politician, we have to become a doctor, we have to become an engineer. We have to do work hard, we have to do work with consistency, with good hard work, so that we could achieve the things and achieve our purpose. Thank you. Over to you, Krishna Shamar.
Interesting take, Manu. Well done. And now we move on to Subi. Subi is there? Subi?
Yes,
Subi, you want a tough one or easy one?
your wish.
My wish.
Let it be tough.
Tough?
Yeah.
Okay. So why do we throw away food when we know people are dying of hunger? Why do we throw away food when we know people are dying of hunger? Subi.
Thank you, table topic master. The simple answer is the people who are hungry is not around. That's the reason we are ignoring the fact that there are many who are starving for food. Even if we are in love and the loved one is nearby you, the percentage of love or the intensity you are showing the love is more than when you are away from your loved ones. The same way, we are not taking the problem as the intensity it is having. I heard a saying like this: the life of those who are not known to us is a fiction to us. There are many who are starving for even for water. We may feel it is a fiction, it's a story, but it happens and it is a fact. But the reason why we are not bothering is it is not near to us. And there is a joke in saying this: don't waste food or don't throw food for the as they are many starving in other part of the world. And if you are having a big tummy when you are and seeing somebody who are starving and tell them, I made this belly for you because I ate too much, thinking that there are many who are starving. I feel we should feel the starving and then we will not do that, which is throwing the food, ignoring the fact that there are many who are starving. Back to you, table topic master.
Wonderful take, Subi. Well done. So now we move on to Farida ma'am. Farida ma'am, are you there? My texting the topic master. Text master. Okay. So this is interesting question. I have always received interesting answers to this. I have asked in 2 other sessions also in that, like. So your topic is, how do you know if you love someone enough to marry them? How do you know if you love someone enough to marry them?
A very good evening to my global impromptu family members. The question that has been thrown to me is totally against my thinking and my ideology. How do you know that you love someone enough to marry them? I am personally old school, and even if I consider myself new school, I do not believe in love marriages. I do not believe in them. I believe in arranged marriages where you know exactly what you're getting into exactly the things that are expected out of you, exactly the lifestyle that you will be falling into, so that when you get married, you simply fit like a piece of jigsaw puzzle and you do not stick out like a sore thumb. So I do not believe in love marriages. I do not believe in nuclear families. I believe in the joint family system. I believe in arranged marriages. Having said that, and put out of the way, now that everybody knows, done and dusted, let us come to the fact of love. What do you mean by love? If you love somebody, do you think that you have the right to own that person? If you love a dog, does it give you the right to keep it in captivity and keep it as a pet for life? Does it really? If you love something, it doesn't mean that you should own it. If you love something, appreciate it, respect it, listen to it, care for it, even if it's long distance. You don't really have to marry every Tom, Dick, and Harry that you fall in love with. Most of the ladies here will relate with this to me, that every few years you fall in love with somebody new, somebody more gorgeous. But does that mean you leave your present husband and go ahead and marry this new person? No, you don't. And the same thing happens to men as well. This is why they say that in after 45, men get naughty after 40. What do they mean by that? They fall out of love with their wives and they fall in love with somebody else. But does that mean it gives them a right to be naughty? Not at all. They should be loyal to their wives. There's no harm in falling out of love with somebody or in love with somebody new. But marriage is a sacred entity. We should respect it. We should maintain the sanctity of marriage. We should be loyal to our partners. I totally believe in that. So with due respect, TM Omar, I did not use the word of the day, which is internalized, because I feel very vehemently towards this topic. I do not believe in own my take for tonight. A very good.
Interesting take, Dr. Farida, old school take. This topic was not about owning a person, first of all. So it was about loving a person. So an interesting and great take. So now we move on to Anushri ma'am. Okay, Anushri ma'am. Easy topic or hard topic?
You're all easy topic is hard for me. So never mind whatever you'll give.
Okay, so you're a teacher, so your topic is related to teaching. Can a person be educated without formal education? Can a person be educated without a formal education? Toastmaster.
Okay. Namaste, my global impromptu family and friend. I'm trying to internalize how to speak because after a month, I'm trying to come again and forgetting that public is speaking. So thank you for giving me once again opportunity to speak. Okay. So what does the education mean to you? First of all, I want to know that what is the mean of education to you? That's a degrees which we are holding, or education means how you are behaving in a society, how much mature you are. Okay, education, it doesn't mean ki it's give you that formal education which gives in that colleges and school. It just give us a knowledge which I can get here now these days, so that internet is giving us so much knowledge. So am I educated person? But if I don't know how to behave in public, behave with other people, behave in a society, behave with my family, or the most important, how to behave with myself, because we are taking granted for our own body, our own thoughts. So how I am called educated if I am having a pile of degrees? Just because of that, I don't think so I have a right to say I'm an educated person. Yes, education means if my that mind is broad enough to understand, to give a respect to other person, that means I'm educated. I don't think so. That's my personal opinion. The degrees are giving us a formal things, but the education means how nicely you brought up and bring that things or the change or adaptability in your life. So in my take, that's a mean of education, which definitely, according to this time, we need to teach that students, or as you said, I'm a teacher, so I definitely believe we need to educate them, not to give them the degrees. And the education system is based on the degrees. We need to reform in this first. What is the meaning of education? Over to you. Thank you.
Good, well educated reply. Actually, not a formal educated reply, but an educated reply. Okay, so now we have with us Eliza. Eliza from Singapore. Eliza, are you there?
Yeah, I'm the.
Eliza, your topic is: would you break the law to save someone you love? Would you break the law to save someone you love?
Thank you very much, Master Umar. Will I break the law to save someone that I love? For me, that to love someone is to show them if they are a mistake or if they also make a wrong. So for me, I won't break law to save someone that I love. Because why I need to break the law? If I make a something, I try to be a good person. So why I need to break the law? I still can save my loved one with doing the right things, or just with doing the law. So without breaking the law, I still can save the loved one, that the person that I love. By internalizing the thought that when I want to become a person, I also need to make my loved one to be a better person. So if I want to make someone a better person, I need to be the example to them that make a good things, don't just do a bad things. So I believe that, just to give an example, if my loved one is asking me to save them, and I need to do, let's say like, I need to do bribe someone to cover their mistake, it not help. But if we give them also the education, what is the wrong and the right in life, it's showing that I really care for them, so they will be a good person also. So for me, it's never ever break the rules to save your loved one, but show the right way to your loved one and even for yourself. Back to you, table topic master.
Oh, good attempt, Eliza. You will not break the law. Huh? You can break that person, huh? That you love. Just kidding.
I break you up.
No, you don't break me. You don't break the table topic master. Now Mukund is there. Mukund.
Hello?
Mukund, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Ah, you are a cavalier. Mukund, I cannot see you, Mukund.
Yeah, 1 second.
You are John Cena. You cannot see me. You can't see me, John.
It's not opening, sir. 1 second.
Not opening. Okay. So shall we go ahead with it? No,
Yes,
it's
sir.
okay. Okay. So Mukund, your topic is, why can't every person be a genius? Why can't every person be a genius? Mukund.
What is a genius? We count some people say a genius is a person who knows everything that they have been taught. Some people say a genius is a person who knows more than other people in the world. And some people think a genius is a person who is just smart. I think that a genius is a person who can understand and learn the things that they are taught. Why can't everybody be a genius? This is because there are some people who don't like to put in their own share of work. Like even in group works, I had a very bad situation with group works this year in my school. We had a group work where 3 people had to make 3 different projects and on the same topic and submit it. So the people in my group said one has to make a PPT with all the information, one will make a video from the PPT and one will make some other website. I made the PPT with all the information at the start. I even added extra information and used the links that the teacher sent. Then the second person, he at least did a little bit. He asked me to share my screen because he couldn't, and he helped me a little, but most of the time he was just doing his own thing. And the third person, he didn't even try anything. He just sat there. We had 2 weeks of time to do a small project, but he didn't do anything. He just waited. And then on the last day, he gave a video with nothing correct in it. Everything was wrong. And when in the post test, where it's only for 20 marks, before the post test, we were having a revision class on the same topic. So the teacher thought since we three did on this topic, we would already know. She was asking us to explain one thing. He couldn't, even though he had studied for a long time, he couldn't remember this. This doesn't mean he's not a genius. This is because he couldn't put his own hard work. He couldn't remember. He couldn't understand what he was taught. So the definition of a genius is someone who can understand it, and not every person can be a genius because not everyone puts in their hard work. Thank you. I'm done.
Oh, wonderful, Mukund. I admire when the Gavidians come up with stories and real life situations to explain their table topics. That's great. So now we have Dinesh. Dinesh, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, Umar.
Dinesh, your topic is, do we love ourselves more in the virtual world and in the real world? In the real world. Dinesh.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. And yeah, so this is kind of topic, what's the virtual world? So yeah, so we basically communicate very easily in virtual world. Like we want to face them, and it's kind of easy for us, and we won't see the expressions whether we say something and we don't know whether they hurt or whether they felt happy, and all these emotions will be covered up when we are talking in a virtual world. We might feel bit that there is some change in the emotions to the opposite person that we are connecting, but that's not the case in the real world, right? We just talk face to face, and we just have the eye contact. We see the emotions, how it got changed, and we at least some persons might I think have some discomfort while talking in the real world than talking in the virtual. And so I think belongs to that first group where virtual makes you feel better. I kind of talk better when I am phone or video call, but when I went to the any place to catch up, and then that struggle comes up. So this is something, but I just try to improve that skill no matter what. But yeah, on the total, I can say that virtual is somewhat better than than the real world. Over to you, Umar sir.
Wonderful take, Dinesh. Yes, that's a cliche. Virtual world and real world. So now we have Ram with us. Ram from London.
Hello.
Ram. Interesting question for you. Why do we call it falling in love and not rise in love? Why do we call it falling in love, not rise in love? Why fall in love? No, why not rise in love?
Oh, this is an interesting question. If I can stop laughing, I'll probably give you a response. So that's an interesting question. Why is it not rising in love? Why is it falling down? So my take on this is people are not bred. And what I mean by that is bread you put in the oven, bread rises. People generally stay underground. and I'm completely blank, so I'm going to just keep on going because this could be my table topics question for my division contest. Because the brain is a stupid organ in our heads. That's the reason why. After you fall for somebody, so after you appreciate somebody, you start thinking more of those people, then I think it's very difficult to get off the ground. And I think that's the reason why people start lying in bed, lying on the floor, thinking of this other person that they feel really passionate about. So I think that's probably the reason. Number one, we're not pieces of bread. Number two, gravity is not on our side. Gravity keeps us firmly grounded to the ground. And that's probably the reason why. It's the lamest reason, but that's the reason why I think it's not rising in love, is falling in love. Back to you, Toastmaster Umar. That's a really hard question.
I know it's a tough question, and I always try to ponder on it. Why you should fall in love with a girl like that? Why fall? I always say, why not rise? But one reason that I come to know, like maybe you have to kill your ego. You have to serve others. In order to serve others, you have to go onto their own level to love them and like that. So that's why you are falling. Maybe you are on a height to play a power or something. So
yes,
that is interesting. Yes. So you have to go down on their level, and you have to live at their own level. So like that. So that is interesting take. That's great ones. Now we have with us Munish. Munish.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Munish, your topic is, will stricter laws make a better world? Will stricter laws make a better world?
Good evening, everybody. Will stricter law makes a better world? I completely agree with this thing. In our country, India, people take law for granted. They know they can give bribe and get scot-free. Here, nobody has civic sense. We treat entire India as a dustbin. Wherever we want to spit, we spit. Wherever we want to throw the litter, we throw the litter. Because we know nobody's there to ask us. Few of the things which is from the government side, because we do not have any dustbin also, we do not have any washrooms. So that's also one of the reasons. One is, the second, we do not have civic sense. We jump on the signal, we know what is going to happen. Traffic cop will stop us. First of all, there is nobody to check. If somebody is there, we'll pay the money and we'll go back. So these are the things which we are facing in our country. But when we go abroad, when we go to Singapore, the same Indian will never spit on the road. Why? Because he knows he has to pay the fine. He will never throw the litter on the road. Why? He knows he has to pay the fine. He will never eat chewing gum in Singapore because he knows he has to face the jail. Once I was in Dubai, I asked the driver, who's from Pakistan, why? What is the reason why people obey the law over here? Why not in India or in Pakistan, the country where you are? He told me one thing, that the law is strict over here. That's the reason people follow the law. When the same law will be strict over here in our country, nobody is going to break the law. Who are the people in India, those who break the law? First of all, the politicians, their kids. And they brag that we are politicians. How dare you ask us this thing? When this thing will be over, then only people will obey the law. Over to the Toastmaster, please.
Interesting and very enthusiastic and full of energy. A very strict response, huh? Manish, good. Well done. Sunita ma'am.
Yes.
Sunita ma'am, I always give you interesting questions. So this is also not a tricky question, like easy, not you can take it. So your topic is, if everyone spoke their mind, would this world be a better place? If everyone spoke their mind, would this world be a better place? Think carefully.
If everyone spoke their mind, would the world be a better place? Good evening, Toastmasters from the Global Impromptu family. Ah, if everyone spoke their mind, keeping in mind the other person's feelings, then the world would have been a better place. But if you're selfishly going to talk what you only feel without having any respect about people around you, then it's not a good idea. So basic thing is not speaking your mind. What is in your mind is most important. You have to build respect for people around you, feel that no two people are going to be the same. Everyone is different. Respect the differences. Be able to accept that differences. So first we have to change the way people think in their mind. So unless everyone starts thinking in this way, it will not be a good idea for us to speak our mind. We have to be sometimes very considerate and not say what we exactly feel, because we don't know why the other person is behaving in such a way. For instance, I might feel that a person who's, just the other day, somebody cut across me. I was waiting to pay at the cashier, and somebody just came and said, I have just this one thing. And he didn't even ask excuse me, just, and I was so angry, so angry. And the cashier also gave it to him. But after he left, the cashier told me his wife is having COVID and she's in the hospital. So he was rushing with this for his child at home. It put it, if I had said what was in my mind at that time, it would have been really, really bad. Because that is because I don't know what is going through the other person's mind and why they're acting like this. So it's very difficult for us to know what's going in another person's life, why they behave in such a way. So it's not a good idea. No, we cannot say what is in our mind. We have to judge what the situation is and behave accordingly. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Oh, good improvisation, Sunita ma'am. It was a trick question, you can. Yes. So now we move on to Indu. Indu, are you there? Indu is there,
Yes.
listening carefully.
Yeah.
Indu, you want a easy question or a hard one?
Easy? Depends. I mean,
Easy. Okay.
yeah.
So
Easy is
your
better.
question is why? Okay, why do a lot of times we respect the dead more than the living? Why do we
Okay.
respect the dead more than the living often?
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. And as I understand from the topic, I think, frankly speaking, or maybe practically speaking, it is just easier to think well about people, who were there in our lives at one point, but they are not there anymore. Because I mean, all the good things start coming to your mind, and you start realizing the nice things about that person, which you were not able to do when the person was there physically with you. Because since the person is not living anymore, then obviously the bad side of the person is not visible, and therefore the only thing that is left is the memories, and that's why it's practically it becomes easy to respect, and to you know to like the person who's dead and who's not living anymore. So that is what I understand. And also, yeah, so as I said, I mean, just to elaborate more, we start learning more about that person, because usually when the person is no more, then you start you hear stories from different people, and you hear new things which you didn't know about that person. And the perception that you had about that person earlier, that also changes, because now you know new things about that person which probably you didn't know, and therefore you start seeing the person from a different light. And so so that's why it becomes, it's easier to respect the person who's not living anymore, in who's known to you. So that's my tip. Thank you.
A wonderful attempt, Indu, and you are improving a lot. Great to see that. And
Thank you.
just a thought on this: big regrets are more powerful than the gratitude. So you have those regrets and all that. Now sometimes you realize too late. So wonderful thought. Now Jatin is with us. Gavalier Jatin.
Yeah, I'm there.
Jatin, your topic is: what is more important, to be respected or to be liked? What is more important, to be respected or to be liked? Jatin.
Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. So today my topic is what is more important, to be respected or to be liked? I would prefer to be respected, because if you say tell there's 100 people, and if they say only 30 of the people like you, so you only have 30 people. But say there's another guy and he chooses respect. Even not many people like them. Say, I don't like Donald Trump, but then we should respect him. So, but if you say we have to like Donald Trump, not many people will like him. But then if he chooses that to be respected, then a lot of people should respect him. So to me, I would choose to be respected instead of being to be liked. Thank you, and over to you.
Yes. I want to be liked and respected both together. Why choose one? Okay, so great. Wonderful take, Jatin. It's good you want to be respected. So now we have Aditi. Aditi, are you there? She's a first timer, a good friend.
Hi, can you hear
Aditi.
me? Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Aditi, your
Great.
topic is listen very carefully. Yeah? It's an
Yeah.
interesting topic.
Mm-hmm.
Does nature or nurture form a person's personality? Does nature or nurture form a person's personality? Aditi.
All right. Good evening, everyone. And it's a very interesting topic, I must say. Nature or nurture forms a personality. I would say both have a role to play in forming a personality. There is nature when a child is born. There's no nurture at that time. There's only nature that has molded the child into that form, and the child comes with a lot of pre uh, decided things about the personality. And then when the nurture starts happening, when you start raising your child, then you'll see that a different personality is molded. So definitely there is something which is from the past, and I totally believe in reincarnation and rebirth. So I believe that you bring things from your old birth, which is nature, into your present birth, and you build upon it through nurture, which your parents and the surroundings, your teachers, life in itself gives you. And that's what molds your personality overall. Over to you, Omar.
A wonderful attempt, Aditi, and you took the common road. Huh? Both are needed. That's great.
That's what I truly
Well
believe in.
Yes, yes, that is important. So both are needed actually. True. So now we move on to Babu. Babu, are you there?
Yes, table topic master.
Long time, huh? So your topic is okay. So your topic is if we live in a civilized world, why do we have so many distinctions between rich and poor? If we live in a civilized world, why do we have so much distinctions between rich and poor? Babu.
What is civilization? First, we need to understand that what is actually civilization. Nature has not given the art of civilization to each and every creature in this world. It's only for human beings, and nature has also distinguished in the mental status of human beings. For example, I might be civilized for all the persons who are in the podium, but I may not be civilized to someone who is a billionaire, because he will think that I am not up to the mark. So civilization is a thing, according to me, which distinguishes from person to person. The more civilized you become, it's very difficult to maintain the attitude or maintain your mind on the right level. Yes, people become civilized, they become rich, and after that, the distinction begins. So before saying that if people are civilized, then why there is distinction, we must understand that what is actually civilization providing me or providing us. Are we taking the civilization in a positive manner or in the right way? Or are we taking the civilization that we want to be civilized in a way so that we can lead a better life than that person? If he is poor than me, then he is not so much civilized. If he is living in the forest, then he is not so civilized. He has not got the opportunity to make himself civilized. So civilization is a thing that we should look in a whole manner. It's on our mind that on what way we look at the civilization. If we start looking at the civilization in the right manner, then I am sure that there will be no distinction in this world. But I find it very difficult and nearly impossible. Back to you, table topic master.
Wonderful and very enthusiastic attempt, Babu. Great intake. Great take on it. Now we have Noha with us. Noha? Noha, are you there? Noha is not there. Okay, let's go on to Kwan. Kwan. Kwan was there, no?
Not there now.
Not there. Likhita. Likhita, are you there? Likhita.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
So you would like to open the video, or you will be,
Yeah, just a second.
or you will be just audio?
No, I'll open my videos.
Okay. So your topic
Is my
is,
network poor or else I'm receiving it late?
okay, you can go with the videos, no issues. But no. Okay. Your topic is why is beauty associated with morality? Why is beauty associated with morality?
Okay. Do I have any time limit to speak? Like,
You can just maybe within 10 seconds you can speak. 2 minutes you have to speak maximum. With 30 seconds grace period.
okay. I completely agree with the statement our Timur has given. Like, beauty is somewhat in the other way linked to morality. Because in my sentences and in my view, according to me, beauty is nothing but how you express yourself in terms of your attitude, your behavior, your opinion, and all of the statistics that are linked when you as a person represent yourself. So when you behave yourself in a very great manner, in a very positive attitude, such that all the peers around you would feel comfortable, then it's nothing but you ensure you're having good morality towards people, towards the things we do express types of attitudes. So even when you see a teddy bear, you just feel warm, and that is also a sign of good morality. In the same way, as every coin has two sides, people who show bad attitudes, who show bad behaviors, and who experience bad circumstances around them definitely will also reciprocate the same bad morality of themselves. A person can also be both as the situation demands. So beauty, not only the appearance that a person exhibit through his eyes, nose, or else his face expressions, I would say beauty in behaviors, attitudes, and also beauty with how you speak and how you behave will also add a good morality to our lives. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Wonderful, Likita. Great expression and great thoughts. So Nuha has come back. Nuha, are you there? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Nuha, you want an easy topic, huh?
Anything.
Anything. Okay, so your topic is, does the path to salvation lies within us? Does the path to salvation lies within us? Noah.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Does the path to salvation lies within us? You wanted anything, huh? So okay, I will give you another question. No issues. Okay, so your topic is peace the only way to stop war? Is peace the only way to stop war?
I think
peace is peace the
is
only way
peace
to stop war? The only way to stop war?
is peace the only way to stop war? I think
I think she is gone. Kwan is there. Kwan was the last one. Kwan is not there also, huh? I
No,
think
he's
she's
not there.
gone.
Not there.
Okay, so let's Amjad sir is here also now. Amjad sir, your turn.
hi.
Yes, you are gone, Noah.
Yeah, I think I was disconnected.
I don't know what happened.
Maybe
You want to
network.
give it a go?
Yes. Is peace the only way to
The
stop
only way
war?
to stop. Yes.
I think peace is a good way to stop war, but it's not the only way. It's also understanding each other. We need to understand each other, and we need to understand and embrace our differences. And when we do that, wars will not start. So we will not need peace to stop wars, because we will stop wars from happening in the first place. Thank you, and back to you.
Okay, a wonderful attempt, Noah. Great. Aditya Amjad, your turn.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Tosma Sumer. Am I audible?
Okay, so your exactly, yes, you're audible. What exactly is self-esteem, and where does it come from? What exactly is self-esteem, and where does it come from?
Thank you so much, Tosma Sumer. What does self-esteem mean, and where does it come from? If I may ask a question to every one of you, when you were born, did you have self-esteem? I don't think we carried anything when we were born. I think it comes from our, what you call, upbringing. It is always inculcated by our parents. These are the values actually. They tell us what to do and what not to do. And before they tell us, they show us what is self esteem. Do you beg? Do you disregard other people? Do you disregard yourself? When you are in trouble, you seriously take it for granted or take it very hard? And when you are very strong, you take it for granted or you take it very hard? It's all about upbringing. And self esteem for me is when you do not bend yourself or you do not compromise your respect, no matter what feeling you are going through, what situation you are going through, but you always keep your head high. And that does not mean you should not respect people. You should respect people, but you should not bow in front of people. You should not compromise your dignity at all, because you as a human being, greater of the creature, we in Urdu we call it ashraful makhlukat. You are, everything on this planet is made for you. You are human being, and you have a self respect. And self respect is you are not bound to bend in front of anybody. You are bound to bend only in front of your creator, whoever you believe. This is self esteem to me. And that comes only from your upbringing, what your people, your teachers, your parents inculcated in your body, in your upbringing. This is to me. And my parents have inculcated that, Amjad, you are not going to eat any single bite which is not hard earned. This is self esteem. And I will not, inshallah, do in my entire life one, I will not eat one single bite which is not hardly earned. I will not beg in front of people. I will work hard and always keep my shoulders high, my head high, and keep my parents proud, because this is what they have taught me. Ladies and gentlemen, what is self esteem for you? I would love to learn from you. For me, is always making sure my respect is protected and nobody can point a finger on me, because I do not point a finger on anybody. I respect every single human being and I expect the same thing from other people as well. This is self esteem for me. Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. Back to you, sir.
Wonderful, sir. A lot of motivating and inspiring words. Great thoughts. Well done. So now we have come to the end of the session. So we have created so many philosophers are here with us. So everybody did so well.
Sorry if I can interfere. Who would like to give topic to Toastmaster Umar? Let's give him equally hard or equally interesting or philosophical topic. Who would like to give him a topic, please?
Yes, I am most welcome hardest topic. Hardest topic you can give. No
Naveed is going to give.
Naveed, are you ready?
Naveed.
Your topic is, I just read from the book, don't cling to things, they are impermanent. Don't cling to things is don't attach to things, they are impermanent.
Okay, great. Don't cling to things, they are impermanent or they are not permanent, actually, correct word. So nothing is permanent in this world. We are also not permanent. We will also go from this world one day. So why cling on to them? Why glue to them? Why you are so much committed to them? Something that is temporary. But your emotions, your values are permanent. That stay with you. And that are the things that drive you towards your success or your failure. It depends on you what you are clinging on to. You are clinging on to something positive or something negative. It's a choice. Every day is a choice. I always say every day is an election day. God puts vote in favor of you, and devil puts votes against you, and you put the deciding vote. Who you will be going with. So it's your choice what you want to do with that. So I always say, if you want to cling on to something that is of value. But what kind of value? Incremental value, positive value, some goodness, some kindness, some positive vibes are there. Because at the end of the day, you should be satisfied with your own self and everybody around you, the people that are linked to you, connected to you, they should also be happy, not just on the outside, but from the inside, genuinely happy also. So if you are clinging on to things that are temporary in nature, money will come and go, status, everything will come and go. Your car may go away, everything. But what will stay with you are the people that are surrounding you, the values, the good deeds that you have done throughout your life. People will remember you not for your big bank balances, your car, or your big house. They will remember you for your goodness, your love, your kindness, your sources of inspiration. So why cling on to those things that will not go with you into your grave? Or cling on to things that will stay after you have left the world also. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Naveed and Toastmaster Omar, for beautiful thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, here we conclude our session. And before we officially conclude, let's go to our timer Toastmaster, our respectable Toastmaster, Toastmaster Savita, to read out the timing report, please. Over to you, sir, madam.
Thank you so much, Aditya Mamcha. I'll just read out everybody's timing. Dhruv, 1 minute 48 seconds. Sushant, 1 minute 30 seconds. Myself, 1 minute 48 seconds. Naveed, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Monu, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Subi, 1 minute 48 seconds. Dr. Farida, 2 minutes 45 seconds. Anushri, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Eliza, 1 minute 44 seconds. Mukund, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Dinesh, 1 minute 40 seconds. Ram, 1 minute 35 seconds. Munish, 2 minutes 23 seconds. Sunita, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Indu, 2 minutes. Jatin, 56 seconds. Aditi, 1 minute 26 seconds. Babu, 2 minutes 45 seconds. Likita, 1 minute 54 seconds. Nuha, 28 seconds. Amjad Ali, 3 minutes 3 seconds. Umar, 2 minutes 10 seconds. Thank you so much. This was the timing from my side. Back to you, DJ Mamsaji.
Thank you so much, Savita ma'am. Really appreciate it. Can we all give her a big hand for managing the time for each one of us? This is very critical role, ladies and gentlemen. It's not easy to manage. All right, with that, let's put our hands together to thank two special people in our meeting. Toastmaster Umar Farooq, who was the host, who was the topics master, and second person, Toastmaster Savita. She managed time for every one of us. Ladies and gentlemen, these two people deserve a big, loudest round of applause. Thank you so much. With that, Power vested me as the host of this very meeting. I adjourn the meeting. Now over to each one of you to have fun for some time. Stay blessed wherever you are.